Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera to all members, especially to our lecturer, Dr. Muhammad Ayub bin Hassan. Okay, today I will present about introduction to organizational behavior and cover chapter 7, which is motivation. Okay, slide title. Okay, I am Norfasiren binti Mastut and I will cover for slide title definition of motivation. Compare the early theories of motivation, self-determination theory and goal-setting theory, dan juga difference among self-efficacy theory, reinforcement theory dan juga expectancy theory. Definition, okay, motivation is actually describe the level of desire employees feel to perform regardless of the level of happiness. Okay, motivation is defined as the process that accounts for an individual's intensity, direction and persistence in achieving a goal. Intensity, how hard a person try, direction, effort directed toward and aligned with organizational objective, and persistent, how long a person can maintain effort. Okay, employee who are adequately motivated to perform well will be more productive, more engaged and feel more invested in their work. Okay, first, compare the early theory of motivation. Okay, for this chapter, I will cover of theory of Maslow, Herzberg dan juga McLeod's. Maslow's hierarchy of need is a motivation theory in psychology comprising a 5-tier model of human needs. Okay, first level will be psychological needs, air, food, drinks, sex, sleep are all biological necessity for human survival, followed by the safety needs, which is emotional security, financial security, law and order, fearlessness, social stability, property, health and wellness. The third one will be love or belonging needs, which is friendship, trust, receiving and giving affection and love. Level 4 is esteem need, which is divided by 2 categories, self-esteem, dignity, achievement, mastery and independence. Dan esteem for others, which is reputation or respect. The last level of 5-tier Maslow hierarchy is self-actualization needs, which is refer to the realization of a person potentials, self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth and peak experience. Okay, Maslow theory initially state that individual must satisfy lower level deficit needs before progressing to the higher level growth of needs, okay, which is self-actualization. So apabila keperluan defisit kita telah dipenuhi, iaitu yang di bawah sekali ini psychological, ia akan hilang dan dia akan fokus ke arah keperluan yang seterusnya, iaitu safety, love, belonging, esteem and self-actualization. Okay, kat sini kita lihat dengan lebih mendalam mengenai Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, strange, clear categorizations of needs, logical and easy to understand, provide summary of human needs which can be used in marketing, increase the efficiency, productivity and profitability of the organization. The weakness of Maslow hierarchy of needs ialah the sequence of hierarchy of need is questionable. People may try to fulfill several requirements simultaneously and there can be possible overlaps. Too much culture bound, lack of understanding of different culture and preconception. Ignorance of motivating factor like expectation, experience and perception. And application, identify priority needs of the employees. Help the manager to understand the behavior of their employees. Individual going through the stage in reaching the highest level of capability. And the last one is provide the right financial and non-financial motivation to their employee. Next, kita pergi kepada Herzberg two-factor theory. Okay, two-factor theory actually dipersoalkan. Okay, what do people want from their job? Adakah daripada segi gaji yang tinggi, ataupun daripada segi keselamatan, ataupun hubungan baik sesama rakan sekerja, dan ataupun peluang untuk memajukan diri. Ianya merupakan soalan yang penting ke arah punca motivasi pada seseorang. Seperti Hasberg ataupun two-factor theory ini, ianya menetapkan untuk menentukan kesan sikap terhadap motivasi by asking people untuk menerangkan situasi tentang pekerjaan mereka. Keputusan daripada survey tersebut, beliau mendapati orang yang berasa gembira tentang pekerjaannya memberikan respon yang sangat berbeza berbanding mereka yang merasa tidak baik tentang pekerjaan mereka sendiri. Okay, Hasberg finding revealed that certain characteristics of a job are consistently related to job satisfaction. Manakala faktor yang berbeza dikaitkan dengan ketidakpuasan kerja, iaitu seperti gambar raja yang disediakan di sini. Kesimpulannya ialah kedua-dua satisfaction dan dissatisfaction bukanlah bertentangan, iaitu satisfaction bukan bertentangan dengan satisfaction adalah no satisfaction, manakala dissatisfaction adalah no dissatisfaction. Maksudnya dia bukan bertentangan each other. Okay? Menurut teori Hasberg, faktor yang membawa kepada kepuasan kerja adalah terpisah dan berbeza daripada faktor yang membawa kepada job dissatisfaction. Jadi, jika anda dapat eliminate faktor job dissatisfaction, anda boleh mewujudkan keamanan tempat kerja, tapi tidak semestinya mampu untuk meningkatkan prestasi pekerjaan. Okay, jika kalau macam contohnya korang nak memotivasikan pasukan your team, you need to actually focus on satisfaction factor. Okay, ni satisfaction factor, which is achievement, recognition, work itself, responsibility, advancement dan growth. Okay, so dekat sini kalau yang korang boleh tengok, hygiene factor dan juga hygiene factor adalah dissatisfaction dan juga motivator adalah satisfaction. Okay, sekarang kita pergi kepada criticism of Hasberg theory. Hasberg procedure is limited by its methodology. Hasberg methodology has been called into doubt. Hasberg didn't actually come up with a motivation theory. There was no overall satisfaction metric applied. Dan the last one is previous study does not support the theory. And next, kita tengok dengan lebih mendalam mengenai two-factor theory. The strength, clear categorization of the two-factor provide awareness that job design is related to employee satisfaction and motivation. Satisfaction of our higher needs leads work motivation. Weakness, there may be a broader consideration. It's a criterion that's really digital. Ambiguities are not taken into account. Not be appropriate to all groups of employees or individual within a group. Hourly employee may not be particularly interested in job enlargement and enrichment and may be more motivated by increased pay. Standardized scales of satisfaction while ignoring various job factors. Application to identify the hygiene factor and make sure they are satisfied first and then the motivation factor. Used by manager to mitigate the demotivating effect by providing open communication. Next, kita tengok McClellan needs theory of motivation. McClellan needs theory of motivation mengatakan bahawa selepas menjalankan eksperimennya, keperluan ini menentukan cara seseorang bermotivasi. Recognize the dominant need in any person help us to understand how the person motivated. Teori beliau mengatakan bahawa every human being motivated by three factors, which are need for achievement, need for power, and need for affiliation. Need for achievement, the desire to excel, to meet a set of goals, and to strive for success. Need for power, the desire to force people to behave in ways they would not otherwise. Need for affiliation, the desire for friendly and close interpersonal relationship. Sekarang kita tengok the strength addresses an individual development related to motivation, more useful with more empirical evidence to support the theory. Helps to identify the need for achievement with positive organizational behavior and performance, enables to react proactively for the employee's behavior. Weakness, social Socio-culture factor or contextual factor are not considered. Lack of predictive power as it relates to entrepreneurship, application, better decision on which type of employees to put into a various position, identifying different motivation factors since people are motivated differently, rewarding with praise and financial incentive to managers who have high need for achievement, building a strong sense of team spirit among subordinates, of pride in working as part of team. Okay, next kita pergi kepada contemporary theories of motivation iaitu self-determination theory and goal setting theory. Self-determination theory, people prefer to have control over their actions, so when they feel they are forced to do something they previously enjoy, motivation will decrease. The theory looks at the inherent positive human tendency to move toward growth and outlines 3 points which facilitate that growth. Those needs are competence, to feel like we have done a good job. Okay, yang ni about the environment dan juga essential to wellness. Macam kita punya skill untuk sesuatu task. Autonomy, to feel like we have control over what we do. Yang ini lebih kepada decision making yang kita sendiri boleh decide, dan juga relatedness, to have meaningful relationship and interaction with other people. Iaitu care for and connected to others. Self-determination theory juga merangkumi connects personality, human motivation and optimal performance, drive people decision whether they are influenced, whether they are not influenced or influenced by others, concern with the beneficial effect of intrinsic and the harmful of extrinsic motivation. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok intrinsic dan juga extrinsic motivation. Cognitive evaluation theory. The theory proposed that when extrinsic rewards are used by organization as payoff for superior performance, the intrinsic reward which are derived from individual doing what they like gets reduced. When extrinsic rewards are used as payoff for performance, employees feel they are doing a good job. Employees believe they are doing a good job when extrinsic rewards are used as payoff for performance. Propose that individuals seek strategies to attain competence and positive connection with others in addition to a need for autonomy. Next, self-concordance. People who choose goals that are concordant with their ideals, interests, and values are happier than those who pursue goals for other reasons. That people will be happier and have higher level of goal accomplishment when their goals are driven by autonomous versus control motive. Consider how strongly people's reason for pursuing goals are consistent with their interests and core value. By individual, choose your job for reason other than extrinsic rewards, and for organization, provide intrinsic as well as extrinsic rewards. Self-confidence ni juga boleh increase well-being, increase likelihood of success, dan juga entering a positive upward spiral. Sekarang kita tengok intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation ni because you want to do, okay, you nak buat, okay, tanpa paksaan. Macam yang saya terangkan, a person internally desire to do something because the activity is internally satisfying, you are motivated to do it because it's fun, enjoyable and satisfying. Your goal comes from within, and the outcomes of your goal satisfy your basic psychology needs for autonomy, competence and relatedness. Okay, macam yang saya terangkan tadi, berkenaan dengan three which are relatedness. Okay, kalau macam autonomy, increase the autonomy, okay, increase the competence, increase the relatedness, okay, the outcome is kita enjoy. Okay, bila one of those need satisfied, the more we perceive the task is intrinsic and more enjoyable. Inilah bila semua ni dipenuhi, so the result is kita enjoy dengan apa yang kita nak buat. Itu kita namakan sebagai intrinsic motivation. Okey, untuk extrinsic motivation ni dia lebih kepada terpaksa buat. Okay, motivation that comes from outside the person. You are motivated to complete the task in order to receive an external reward because it is involved external gains such as money, power, and avoiding consequences. Your goal is focused on an outcome and does not satisfy your basic psychology needs. Okay, yang ini ganjaran wujud secara externally. Contohnya, kerja lebih masa untuk dapatkan gaji yang lebih. Yang diberi gaji lebih iaitu OT, yang kita kenal sebagai OT, yang diberikan secara fizikal oleh organisasi anda. Keperluan anda untuk memenuhi kewajipan seperti bayaran bulanan. Okay, so you are motivated to complete the task untuk complete kerja lebih masa tersebut in order to receive external reward. Okay, ini dia punya external reward lah, overtime yang you all dapat. Okay, next kita pergi kepada goal setting theory. Goal setting theory a system in which subordinates and their supervisor jointly performs objective. Progress toward those objectives is reviewed on a regular basis and rewards are distributed based on that progress. Intention to work towards a goal are considered a major source of work motivation. Goal setting theory termasuk specific goal increase performance. Accepting difficult goals leads to higher performance than accepting easy goals. Feedback leads to higher performance than does not feedback. Goal setting theory. Ini adalah 3 faktor yang influence the goal performance relationship. Okay, goal setting theory ini mencadangkan. Okay, goal yang first kita pergi kepada goal commitment dulu. The individual believe the goal and determine not to lower or abandon it. Task characteristic, tasks are simple and independent. National culture different effect in different culture. Okay, goal setting theory ini mencadangkan bahawa intention to work untuk bekerja towards a goal are a major source of work motivation. Okay, matlamat menyarankan pekerja apa yang perlu dilakukan dan berapa banyak usaha yang diperlukan. Okay, bukti menunjukkan bahawa specific goals leads to increased performance manakala difficult goals apabila diterima, okay, menghasilkan prestasi yang lebih tinggi compared kepada matlamat yang mudah. People will do better apabila mereka menerima maklum balas tentang kemajuan yang mereka telah buat. Next, promotion focus dan prevention focus. Promotion focus, those with a promotion mindset strive for success and advancement, and they seek out conditions that help them move closer to their objective. Prevention focus, those with a prevention focus strive to fulfill duties and obligation and avoid conditions that pull them away from desired goal. So kalau you ada mindset untuk kenaikan pangkat, you akan cari keadaan ataupun jalan yang akan membantu untuk kenaikan pangkat tersebut. Okay, promotion focus. Okay, next ini adalah goal setting theory. Ini adalah merupakan jadual timetable teori. Okay, teori, contoh teori yang di mana ia berkaitan berkaitan dengan objektif daripada individual hinggalah kepada membawa kepada overall organizational objective. Macam contohnya, macam company saya sendiri, kalau kita ada KPI, kita akan ada personal KPI, follow by kita punya department KPI, division KPI, dan overall dia akan membawa kepada overall organizational objective. So dari situlah goal setting theory boleh dibuat. Okay, yang ini saya akan bagi contoh goal setting theory versus ethic. Okay, macam matlamat. Okay, goal setting theory versus ethic. Matlamat anda untuk prestasi tinggi boleh membawa kepada akibat yang tidak diingini dalam organisasi apabila pekerja terlibat dalam tingkah laku yang tidak beretika untuk mencapai matlamat mereka. Okay, contohnya macam ni. Dalam company saya, kita jual aircon. Kita ada aircon specialist department dan juga aircon project department. Main scope untuk specialist adalah retail, iaitu dia akan cover untuk customer, untuk semua dealer. Manakala sebab kita tak jual direct kepada customer, manakala main scope untuk aircon project adalah untuk apa-apa projek. Apa jadi apabila ABC company ni open tender untuk housing area di mana kita akan install aircon dekat housing area yang akan dibangunkan. Apabila dua HOD ni tak ngam, sepatutnya aircon project ni dia yang akan submit tender. Memang kita dah tahu pun dia akan submit tender. So harga adalah standard. Maksud I standard untuk projek punya harga lah. So apabila dia tak ngam dengan antara satu sama lain, dia pun pergi masuk tender juga kat dalam company ABC ni. Sepatutnya tidak boleh. Apa yang dia buat, dia turunkan harga dan dia masuk tender. Dan keputusannya ABC company pilih kita punya company sebab harga murah. So dia dapat tender tu yang sebenarnya adalah sesuatu berkaitan dengan etik lah. So sebenarnya tak boleh buat macam tu sebab dua company yang sama submit untuk dapatkan projek. So kat situ tak ada etika lah untuk group aircon specialist ni. Itu maksud goal setting theory dengan etika kerja. Now kita pergi kepada difference among self-efficacy theory, reinforcement theory dan juga expectancy theory. Self-efficacy theory ini dikenali juga sebagai social cognitive ataupun social learning theory, iaitu keyakinan individual belief. Efficacy level indicates how confident you are in your capacity to succeed. Those who believe they have the ability to perform well. Dalam self-efficacy theory ini ada high self-efficacy di mana difficult task as a challenge dan juga low self-efficacy iaitu avoid challenge. Tadi kita dah tengok goal setting theory. So by combining the goal setting theory dan juga self-efficacy theory ini, manager boleh assist dia punya staff untuk achieve high level of self-efficacy. So these two theory, goal setting theory dan juga self-efficacy theory is complement each other. Next is how to increase self-efficacy. Terdapat 4 elemen dalam self-efficacy theory, iaitu inactive mastery, performance outcome, gaining relevant experience with the work or job most important source. If you have done the task successfully before, you are able to do it in the future. Ni rasa mudahlah kita nak faham. Next kita pergi kepada vicarious modeling, iaitu self-modeling. Self-modeling ini adalah observing learning, effective when you see yourself as similar to the person you are observing. One person or learner learns a behavior by watching another person perform the behavior. Yang ini saya rasa dia macam lebih kepada OJT training, macam contohnya dekat Pasaraya, ini Pasaraya Besar, Tesco ke, Maidin ke, bila ada orang baru dia akan ada OJT. OJT ni maksudnya supervisor dia akan ajar budak baru tu lah. The learner tu lah dia akan ajar apa yang dia kena buat. So pemahaman saya vicarious modeling ni adalah similar to on-job training. So dia akan follow lah apa yang dia ajar. Next, verbal persuasion, iaitu verbal encouragement. We become more confident if someone convince us we have the skill necessary to be successful. Ini contohnya macam kalau kita tengok bola ke, bola sepak ke, badminton ke dekat stadium, secara tak langsung kita akan bagi sorakan. Kita akan bagi sorakan, come on, you can do it. Sebab kita nak kita punya team menang. So secara tak langsung tu adalah verbal persuasion ataupun verbal encouragement. Okay, the last one is arousal, emotional state. Each individual has a specific arousal level that is appropriate for them. We seek stimulation to boost the arousal level. Next, implication of self-efficacy. Pygmalion effect, effective method for a manager to use verbal persuasion, a form of self-fulfilling prophecy, believing in something can make it true. That what one person expects of another can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Individuals with higher degrees of self-efficacy appear to gain more from training courses and are more likely to apply what they have learned in the workplace. Okay, next kita akan tengok reinforcement theory. Operant conditioning theory. Ada 4 iaitu positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, punishment dan juga extinction. Reinforcement theory explain how human learns to behave and act in specific way. Influence employee behavior in even the most diverse work groups by managing consequences rather than causes. Increase the strength of the response and also induce repetition of the behavior that preceded the reinforcement. Kita tengok dulu the positive reinforcement dekat sini. Positive behavior followed by positive outcomes. Adding a desirable stimulus to make a behavior more likely to reoccur. Stimulus is reward and its work as motivation. Contohnya, kita nak outcome syarikat kita to increase the sales. So, apa stimulus yang company tu bagi pada kita? Seperti bonus, vacation ataupun praise lah, good job, well done. Okay, ini adalah stimulus. So company untuk increase sales, dia akan offer bonus, offer benda ni semua supaya kita ada motivated untuk increase company punya sales. Next, kita pergi kepada negative reinforcement. A stimulus is removed conditional on the behavior, which leads to an increase of behavior in the future. It's not a negative thing, but remove a negative thing. Okay, untuk pemahaman anda, negative reinforcement ni bukan negatif, tapi dia remove negatif yang jadi tu. Okay, macam contohnya, worker increase performance to avoid nagging. Okay, kemungkinan dia punya pekerja dia tu tak perform, so dia asyik membebel aja. So worker nak avoid nagging, so dia kena increase performance. Macam tu juga kepada poor work condition. Untuk avoid poor condition, worker kena improve performance. Okay, so dekat sini dia kena remove negative. Okay, negative tu poor condition. Okay, negative tu nagging, itu dia punya stimulus dia untuk dia remove. Okay. Next is punishment. When you apply negative consequences in the workplace to avoid or stop team members from participating in bad behavior, you are using punishment. Punishment is giving something negative. Contohnya, kalau anda menggunakan perkataan kesat, okay, so management bagi warning letter. Itu adalah warning letter itu adalah punishment in action. So in future, employee tu dia aware dan dia akan enhance their language skill. Sama ada dia enhance dia punya language skill ataupun dia akan berisiko untuk kehilangan kerja sebab dia dah dapat warning letter kat sini. So itu dinamakan sebagai punishment. Next, the last one, last but not least, extinction. Extinction is reinforcement theory is a strategy in which employees are neither praised nor reprimanded for their work product. Extinction is the process of removing any reinforcement that is sustaining a behavior ongoing. Privilege removed. Sebagai contoh, a management may elect to provide positive reinforcement in the form of overtime compensation during a busy period to encourage workers to work extra hours and come in on weekends. When business low, the manager stopped allowing overtime, a move intended to discourage staff from working extra hours or weekends. As a result, because the positive reinforcement that supported it has been removed, the behavior will be forgotten after some time. Should be careful how you do this because if an employee no longer receive positive reinforcement, they may feel unappreciated, resulting in a drop in morale and productivity, which will have a negative impact to the organization. organization. So dekat sini dia punya privilege remove adalah employee dia stop allowing overtime ataupun working extra hour on weekend. So as a result, because the positive sebab dia punya positive reinforcement tadi tu dia dah remove, so akan menyebabkan company productivity dan juga negative impact to the organisation. Okay, next kita tengok is reinforcement theory. Okay, saya buat dalam jadual kot. Okay, the type of reinforcement. So kat sini you all boleh bezakan macam mana dia punya action by employee dan apa dia punya behavior. Okay, so you all boleh tengok sini. Next, okay, the social learning theory. Ada 4 peringkat iaitu attention, stimuli, focus. The degree to which we notice the behavior, people can only learn from a model if they recognize and pay attention to its key characteristic. Yang kedua, retention, which is encode. The impact of a model is determined by how well an individual remembers the model's action after the model is no longer available. Motor reproduction, practice feedback. The ability to carry out the action. This is the ability to imitate a behavior that we see. Even when we want to imitate and observe behavior, our physical abilities limit us. Last is motivation, iaitu reward reinforce. They will to emulate the behavior. Positively reinforced behaviors receive more attention, learn better and perform more frequently. Okay, ini kan maksudnya saya bagi contoh macam kita kat driving school. Okay, people can only learn from a model. So kat sini kita belajar and then kita ingat, remember apa yang dia ajar, kita practice, kita belajar balik, dia akan bagi peluang. Kalau macam kat driving school, dia akan bagi kita peluang untuk kita practice. Dan ini motivation tu kita kena datang awal untuk kita perform better lah. So, so kita macam ada beberapa jam untuk kita belajar kereta tu untuk kita perform better. Okay, ini contoh sebagai contoh. Okay, next is expectancy theory. When employees believe that giving out a high degree of effort will lead to a positive performance appraisal, and that a good appraisal will lead to organizational rewards. Focus on 3 relationship. Yang pertama, expectancy ataupun iaitu effort. Believe that effort will lead to acceptable performance. Instrumentally, performance reward, balance reward, employees value to the rewards. Okay, dan saya rasa itu saja daripada saya, walaupun saya terpaksa present seorang disebabkan saya punya tajuk adalah motivation, so saya motivated untuk buat video ni lah. So terima kasih dan keep yourself motivated. Thank you.